know your rights. It's time now for Legal Point. Now your host, Carrie Kasem.
So how does a trust protect you? How does a trust protect you when and so my dad did this. He's very smart. He did an irrevocable trust. And even with that, his wife decided she didn't want us to get any of that money for no reason. But we're going to take it, and literally has held up that trust for years. Though it's irrevocable, we will get it. But if it wasn't, we would have been in big trouble if he would have just given us stuff. She could have sued. I mean, there's so many problems that can happen. Tell people the difference between giving somebody your house or giving something to putting it in a trust and why that's important.
Yeah, trusts are great things. Yes. I love trusts. So you have to think of a trust as a written set of rules or instructions. And what it does is it gives a nice little wrapper around it. So let's say, if we go back to that house, if I give my house to my kids, well, then it's subject to their lives. But if I give my house in a trust to my kids, I can still reside there. It often is an irrevocable trust that protects against the cost of long-term care, but yet it also protects against anything that goes on in their life. So if they get divorced, if they go bankrupt, that's not going to come back on it. So if we're talking about planning ahead and giving assets away, we often want to use a trust because it gives us an extra layer of protection. It also often allows us to continue to use whatever it is that we're giving away.
Right.
It's kind of like having our cake and eat it too. Those types of trusts are irrevocable trusts. They're different, though. If you get on the internet and Google irrevocable trust, most of what you're going to read about has to do with federal estate tax planning. And that's for people who have more than $5 million. That's a different type of trust. It's hard. I know, and that's one of the reasons we wrote the book. It's hard because there's so much information out there that, you can get disorganized. There's trusts for federal estate tax or trust for nursing home care. But this type of trust is a really neat type of trust that gives you a lot of protection, that you can give assets away but still have some control, still be able to use the things, but it protects it. And it makes sure that when you pass away, doesn't matter if the will's changed, doesn't matter. That's already set up, and that's going to go to those people. And that's really important, particularly if somebody has a dementia. We worry at the end of the day, somebody's going to be unduly influenced.